I waited 2 years for this figure, and it didn't disappoint.
I'm the best in the world. It's not a lie. It's always in my hands, reaching for the sky. Seth, oh Seth.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me for another figure review. This is probably, at least in my top 5 of this year, one of the most anticipated figures that I've been dying to get my hands on. I actually pre-ordered this figure back in 2023. It took forever because they weren't sure about licensing and then shipping and tariffs and everything else in between. But we finally got it in today. I finally have it in hand, and I'm beyond stoked to do this review because, again, this is something that I've been waiting for, and this is one of my most anticipated figures that I've been waiting for. That's right, it is the Hiya Toys Super Exquisite Robocop. That's right, folks, Alex Murphy in the house. We got Robocop. So I've been waiting for this. I'm excited for this. This figure there's metal, it's die cast, there's metal parts in there. So my expectations of this figure are very high, and hopefully they live up to the expectations of this. Again, this is something I've been waiting for almost 2 years now due to licensing, shipping, and whatever other emotions it was going through at the time. So, yeah. All right, guys. Enough talking. You guys know how I like to do my figure reviews right now. So let's go ahead, let's get this started, and let's take a look at the box. All right, guys, and here is a look at the box. So, got the Robocop logo. All right, guys, so here is the box. We got the Robocop logo. It says Exquisite Super. Got the warning for 16 years or older. We got the Hiya logo in the corner. Got the backdrop of new and old Detroit, I'm assuming. Got the Robocop logo on the side, on the back. Have some product information and some Chinese language, which obviously I can't decipher. We got a QR code for Hiya back there. We got the Robocop logo. Nothing on the top. Nothing on the bottom, but then if you remove the sleeve, you've got this awesome shot of Robocop, kind of like in the silhouette of like the OCP logo. Got the Robocop logo there, the Hiya Toys logo, and then really nothing much but just a backdrop of Detroit City. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get this unboxed, and let's see what the accessories are. All right, guys, so here is everything that comes with it. So here's the stand. Got the cool Robocop logo. Comes with the waist grabber, and then you've got a nice big extension. Also comes with the piece that opens up, and it has the Ziploc bag in there for all the accessories so you can store in here. And then you also have the other topper that you can use so you can put the stand in any other pegs that you want, so you can position Robocop any way you want. You do get an open hand, which it's, nicely painted, nicely done. You can see the texture and the lines on there. You also get another open hand, so nothing out of the norm there. Then you get a set of left and right fists. Then you also get the data needle. Now, I said this is die cast, but this data needle is rubber, so be careful. It is a little bendy, so you don't want to bend it too much. And then you also get the trigger hand for the guns. Then from there, you get blaster effects that go onto the attachment of the gun. So this one's like a plume of smoke with the bullet right there. You guys can see the bullet right there on the end. You also get like the fire blasting effect, which is really cool. Then you also get a battle damaged chest plate from when he was like fighting with Ed 209. You also get the battle damaged helmet, so it's got the nice little crack over there. Now, this helmet is plastic, but the helmet on the figure is actually die cast. You do get some swappable face expressions, so this one's more like him gritting his teeth. This one kind of is almost like he's doing more of like a duck face, duck lips, which is pretty funny. Then you get the 50 cal rifle, so the tripod legs do move, and the magazine does come out and it has bullets in there, which is really cool. Now, this is plastic, but it gets even cooler because there's two Auto 9s that are two different sizes. So this one is the smaller one, and this one's actually metal, which is awesome. I love that they did that. So this is the one that actually goes inside the leg holster. So that's what that one's for. And then you actually have another metal one, which is meant for him to actually hold. There is some nice weight to these. So really like what they did with the Auto 9, making this metal. Unfortunately, there are no movable features on this, and the magazine stays in. It doesn't come out. So that's basically it for the accessories. So let me go ahead, let me pull the figure in, and we'll take a look. All right, guys, and here's the figure. Now, the cool thing about this is that a majority of the figure is die cast. So the legs are die cast, the arms, like I said, the helmet. Yeah, it's awesome. This does have significant weight to it, which is awesome. It's a great looking figure. I love the paint that they used on this. It does go from, like, you know, the shades of like the purples and the blues like it does in the movie, just turning it. They did a really great job on painting this figure, which is awesome. Again, I love it. So again, this helmet does come off, and like I said, you can hear that. This one is die cast. Here's the other one with the battle damage on it, and it just pops right on. So you could do that. I like the die cast helmet. I think that is just awesome that they did that. And then the chest plate just pops right off. There's two magnets. So here's the regular chest plate, and then if you want to put on the battle damaged chest plate. Now, this is die cast. You can hear that. The battle damage plate, unfortunately, is plastic. So it just goes on just like that. And there you go. So I really, really like that. I like how they give you the options, again, and to swap out the parts, very easy. Now, as far as the leg goes, here's the leg that has the holster. So it's kind of tricky to pop it out. It's kind of like you got to finagle it a little bit on the back side. So here you can see that I'm popping it open. There it is. And then the smaller of the two guns go right in there. And then this just closes right back up like so. So it is kind of easy. Once you get acclimated to it, it's pretty easy. Now, as far as the articulation goes, the head goes down yay far, goes back, side to side. Nice motion there. The arm goes up about yay high. Obviously, the shoulder's hitting there. It does do a full 360. Now, one of the things that I love about this figure is that it does have ratcheting joints. So you can hear that. So there's ratcheting in the elbows, which is great. You do get a little bit of pivoting on the wrist. As far as ab crunch goes, that's as far back down. It's as far back. Now, you can actually pop this a little bit and get him more torso rotation, and then you just snap him back down. As far as the leg goes up yay high, goes back yay far. And again, the knees, ratcheting joints. You do get a little bit of quad swivel. You do get a little bit of ankle pivoting. You do get toe articulation. The toe is a little stiff. Now, what I love about this, and again, always got to be careful with the Robocop figures, even the NECA ones and some of the other ones I've experienced. These, you got to be careful. You don't want to break these. Now, they do twist and turn the hydraulics, so they do work, but overall, this figure is freaking amazing, and it was definitely worth the 2-year wait. So with that being said, now let's go ahead and let's get this thing into some poses. Alright guys, so I am legit 100% in love with this figure. It did not disappoint. This thing is absolutely awesome. The die cast is really, you know, chef's kiss. I've always wanted a die-cast Robocop figure, and now we finally got one thanks to Hiya Toys. I love that the gun is die-cast. Now, the only thing that I gotta just... It's perfect, but it could be better. And I use that in... You know, you guys gotta hear me out on this one. So, I love the figure. It's absolutely perfect. I just feel for it to be 100% perfect, it's just missing that one little thing, and what it is an unmasked Alex Murphy head. That's all that's missing from this. If this had the, you know, the Peter Weller head, holy crap, this is probably single-handedly the greatest Robocop figure of all time. I mean, it is already number one on my list. I mean, I love this thing. As far as this scale goes, I mean, obviously nobody can compete with Hot Toys, just saying. But for this scale, oh my god, this figure is absolutely awesome. I love the battle damaged chest and the helmet, so that's exactly how he's gonna stay. Again, the die-cast guns are awesome. I wish the 50 cal would have been die-cast too, but obviously, you know, there's only so much they can do with that. And I guess for maybe when you're posing him, you know, you don't want it something that big to be too heavy that, you know, it wears down the arm. So makes sense. I get it. Understand. But overall, I'm head over heels with this figure. This thing is absolutely awesome. It did not disappoint, and it was well worth the 2-year wait for this. Just saying. So, all right, guys, that is going to wrap up another figure review. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Also, if you do have it and you're watching this review, comment down below because I want to know what you think about it actually having it in hand. So, yeah, guys, that's about it. So, as always, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next figure review.
I'm the best in the world. It's not a lie. Toys in my hands, reaching for